The crowd has been waiting for this one for a very long time. Welcome to the TOBY'S Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, did...
Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs, who's had epic battles with the Dark Destroyer, Nigel Benn, one of the greatest English champions of all time. This legendary middleweight fights out of London, England.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed...
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
What a great venue, and what a great match. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. This is a high-octane battle. They're both trying for a knockout. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
You'd like to see more jabs. Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just comes away. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the...
What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. The courage on display here is incredible. And he just misses with that jab. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that jab. Do you believe what we are seeing? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. That jab misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What about Jacobs in that last round? As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that. And there's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won it hands down.
There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
He scores with the counter. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Which fighter will say no mas? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look like these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
That counter shot lands. That jab doesn't find a home. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose.
And there's the bell to start round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax. Got him.
Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Jab misses. This fight has a real good flow to it. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominant.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It's all offense all the time. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Both men step back for just a moment. to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. And he just missed with that left jab. Defense is not an option for these two. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. This is the beginning of round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for this.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Jacobs in real trouble. And finally, Jacobs crumbles to the canvas. I don't know, I got to take another look at that.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we continue.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Can't find a home with that jab. Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
That left hook just missed. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You'd like to see more jabs. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Nice counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are strong. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. They both want a knockout, you can tell. The jab doesn't quite connect. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of... Hold that thought! Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. It somehow weathered the storm.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good straight to the body. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without...
Come on. There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. You'd like to see more jabs. Just missing with the uppercut. That counter punch caught him clean. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. That punch scores. These two fighters are made for one another. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end,